Hey, Terry, talk about, 'cause I obviously saw you there, what the loss of the dream means to you.
Uh, you know, being an only child, he was as close a thing as a brother to me that I've ever had. And our relationship that started back in the early 80s down in Florida, transcended, the wrestling industry. I mean, after I had the accident and, working with him and other endeavors and in WCW thing, but just the friendship that we had throughout time, I've never imagined Dusty not being around. And I just seen him, 4 or 5 months prior to him passing away. And I knew he didn't look like himself because Dusty was always a big, robust, guy. And he looked frail for the first time I'd ever seen him, where I could say, it's good. Everybody say, oh, well, it's good. He's lost some weight. But that wasn't the way Dusty was wired. So something was wrong.
No,
and he said to me that and he said to me, I've got something I thought I was going to be able to take care of on my own, but obviously my Indian medicine isn't working too good. He was telling me because he always liked to think he could, treat everything. He's kind of that cowboy mentality. And I was just shocked. And I don't know if you know this or not, Rick, but he passed away on my birthday. And
is that
I was
right?
coming home. Yeah. I'm coming home from work, and a coworker calls me before it's even hit the news and heard it on something on Sirius radio or something. The Dusty passed. And I mean, I'm freaking out because and it wasn't even on the internet yet. And all of a sudden I started Googling things and checking it out and find out, sure enough, he really did. And I was completely in shock. And then I thought to myself, that scoundrel, I said, now he's going to make sure I remember this every year forever. Because he died. He passed away on my birthday. And I went down, I was down with you guys in Tampa for that ceremony and everything. It's just, he was like Babe Ruth. He was just an amazing character.
Yeah, he was. And so nobody, I mean, I've told Vince 100 times, they actually gave him his just due, if that makes sense. And now they've got this tag team tournament named after him. And even though Cody left on what looked like bad terms, they worked that out. And Dustin's doing great still. Dustin's working better than he's worked. Well, not better, but he's at the same level he's always been. He's in good shape.
Oh, yeah, he's doing awesome.
And Cody is taking some time off, but Cody will end up back there. And he's making so much money in the independents and working less, he's probably enjoying it. So I talked to Cody
I think it's good
time.
for him to find. I think it's good for him to kind of. He wants to find out what he wants to be, because I think he was kind of stuck in a bubble where he wasn't.
He's got too much talent to be wearing the paint and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so he's too young and too talented. Did you see him on the Arrow? Did you see him play that heel character on the Arrow?
I did not, because I don't watch. I watch Sports Center. It's my life.
Yeah, well, I just did it because I knew he was going to be on it, and he was awesome. I mean, he's a hell of an actor, and he came across great on film. So, who knows where he'll end up? He's got it all ahead of him.
He's got a beautiful wife, great support system. I talk to Michelle all the time. Everybody, they're all in a good place.